Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. And tonight, we've got the Sacramento Kings playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for Zach LaVine.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. They've got Williams, Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Holmgren, and it's Dort in at the 3. And for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Malik Monk is out there with Zach LaVine, and it's Valanciunas in at the center position. All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Here's LaVine. Rejected by Holmgren. Pass to Williams. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shoot 2.
The free throw drops for Williams. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
B.A., you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And it's Sacramento's ball. And LaVine gets it to go on the assist by DeRozan.
Not just a jump shooter, LaVine is very capable on the interior.
Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Outside LaVine. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here's Wallace. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You bring a level of awareness and quickness. Gilgeous-Alexander has both, and it pays dividends there.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, yeah, I was able to talk with Sacramento's head coach. And he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said, they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Allie, thank you. Here's LaVine. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. DeRozan for 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from LaVine.
Get it off before the defense can respond. DeMar in the catch-and-shoot game.
Wallace outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Monk. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Outside LaVine. The shot. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. LaVine's gotten his second bucket of the game. Dort outside. Pass to Holmgren. Wallace outside. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Williams. Three-pointer off the mark.
Absolutely tenacious guys. Stuck right on him defensively. Bothered that shot.
DeRozan with the ball. Valanciunas with it. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Dort. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. DeMar DeRozan picks one up. And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
And he makes the first.
What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Lou Dort earned his way into the NBA because of what he brings on the defensive end. He is stout. He's not going to back away from a challenge, and now he's knocking down threes. Those players in high demand.
Now here's DeRozan. His last outing, he had 20. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Can't get it to fall. Thunder leading by 5. Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. Uses the glass on the layup. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Shot is good by Levine.
You have to love how persistent Levine is inside, enduring the contact and finding his shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. High arcing shot, and the layup is good.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Lyles, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. LaRavia comes in for Murray. Ellis is checked in for DeRozan. And it's Carter in for Monk. Kings trail by 7. Outside Levine. Pass to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Buries it down low.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Williams against Levine. Got a piece of it. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Oh, Williams with the block.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block, defending with purpose. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Ellis. 14 points his last outing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Williams. Pass to Caruso. Here's Holmgren. Yep, that one's good. Holmgren's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. And so it's Oklahoma City. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More 2K action in just a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And so here's Sacramento. 9-point game. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
We've got Trey Lyles, and it's LaRavia in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
First free throw is good. And so Carter nails them both. Thunder leading by 7. Now Caruso. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Here's Dort. Drops in the layup for 2.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Pass to Lyles. DeRozan up top. Williams defending. And it's DeRozan missing. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
The 12th overall pick in 2022. Jalen Williams, what a find by the Thunder doors.
This is so exciting for this organization because even though J-Dub went to a mid-major school, wasn't a big high school recruit, he ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's getting better and better. He has got an unbelievable future.
Williams misses. The Kings have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. On the attack, Carter. And it's good. 2 points. Carter's got 6 points.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Williams. Dort outside. 6 on the shot clock. Gets the 3 to fall. 7 points in the game.
Well, for Lou Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Here's LaRavia. DeRozan down low. Williams defending. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Grant.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
And he drops the first.
DeMar DeRozan does a little of everything, folks. He's known as a scorer, but make no mistake, this guy can pass it and he can board it.
It's both from the stripe.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Here's Caruso. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, you see SGA and the strides he's making as a playmaker. This guy is so good, on point with his reads.
Levine finds Murray. Back to Levine. Pass to Murray. Now Valanciunas. Here's Levine for 3. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Joe misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Valanciunas with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. And Sacramento making a change here. Ellis is checked in. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander taking it inside. SGA.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And the Kings call time here. All right, let's take some time now to see which two guards have been posting the best shooting percentages from the field this year. Zach LaVine is second.
And these guys are all assertive. They're willing to step up and take shots when their names are called. And this is what separates them from all the rest.
And a lot of times, those shots they create for themselves come right at the basket. As good a group of shooters as they are, they don't just settle for jumpers. These are players who are willing to attack the rim.
Thunder leading by 12. Pass to Dort. Wallace with it. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Monk covers. Pulls up on the wing. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Murray passes to Ellis. To the middle. Here's Monk. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
To the paint. Holmgren for two.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Pass to Murray. Over Williams. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Murray's gotten his first points in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. To the inside. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Valanciunas. LaVine against Dort. Up top, Monk. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Wallace outside. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break up 12. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Welcome, and fellas, what a half it's been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, also known as SGA, and he hasn't been MIA today.
Taking his time on offense has allowed him to get into a rhythm, and his teammate are getting him the ball. So the rhythm, he could do something with it.
Yeah, that's not only putting up the points, but that's putting a great beat to it, Shaq.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
These two guys have been very competitive with one another. Fans are getting their money's worth right now.
That said, I feel like the guy who can incorporate his teammates in the second half, he's got the best chance to walk away with the W.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Kings trail by 12. Taking a look at the Thunder. Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Lou Dort. Then it's Kenrich Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot. DeRozan looks it over. Offensive board.
When Valanciunas forces the issue like that, he is really tough to handle. He does a good job drawing contact.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
More of a traditional center. Jonas Valanciunas can dominate the glass and capable of a double-double on any given night.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Holmgren. And that one's good. Holmgren's got 10.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Monk. The 3 from DeRozan. Hits a three-pointer. He's got 10.
Now, how easy to rise and fire on the catch is it if you're DeMar DeRozan, such a pure, gifted scorer?
Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Dort, the pass to Wallace. Screen by Holmgren. Back to Williams. Dort for 3. Here's Holmgren. Chet not messing around inside.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
Kings trail by 12. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Wallace misses.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Valanciunas passes to Murray. Pass to Valanciunas. Monk for 3. Sinks it from distance. Monk's got 5.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Williams on the wing. Dort outside. Williams, a screen on DeRozan. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Dort against DeRozan. Doesn't go for him.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder able to keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Lyles, he's checked in for Sacramento. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Caruso comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And we're seeing the full potential of Holmgren. Any questions about whether he's NBA ready are being answered right here tonight.
Timeout called. Sacramento. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Joe's checked in. And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. Second, the Thunder.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Now here's Monk. He's got 5. Here's DeRozan. True on the 14-footer. DeRozan's got 5 points now this quarter.
We are talking one of the most consistent, accomplished mid-range scorers in the NBA. DeRozan, it is effortless.
Here's Holmgren. Outside Joe. Pass to Caruso. Now here's Holmgren. Just 4 to shoot. Ooh, Holmgren fighting through contact.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
And so it's Levine with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 11. Now DeRozan. 1:25 left in the third. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line.
Now, DeMar DeRozan remains a remarkable offensive talent. He has now crossed that remarkable 20,000 career point club.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Larabia's checked in for the Kings. Ellis comes in for Monk. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Williams. DeRozan hits them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Williams. Misses the layup.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
And here's Levine. He's got 6. Pass to DeRozan. Oh, DeRozan sinks it through contact.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Holmgren with a screen on DeRozan. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
So the Kings making a change here. Carter's checked in. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Pass to Ellis. Clock at 6. Carter from outside. Williams grabs the board. Thunder leading by 7.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Shot on the wing. That one falls. Williams has got his second basket of the game. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Thunder. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got DeMar DeRozan, and it's Ellis in a 2-guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Kings trail by 10. Carter with it. Pass to LaRavia. Here's DeRozan. Williams defending. Fades back. And it's DeRozan missing.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Now Williams. Off target from three-point range. Here's Ellis. He's guarded by Caruso. Pass to DeRozan. Double team on DeRozan. Here's LaRavia. Carter inside. Covered by Joe. Tries a 10-footer. And that one's long. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Outside, Williams. Here's Wiggins. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now here's Carter. Inside. Stolen by Caruso. Driving in. Down low. Williams against DeRozan. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And look at how DeMar DeRozan tries to get the basketball around and trust his teammates. Love that he's allowing them to make plays.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Wiggins. Outside Joe. And here's Hartenstein. Shot clock at 6. Now Caruso. He's checked by Carter. Caruso. The pass to Wiggins. And the 3 off target. And so DeRozan will bring it up for Sacramento. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. LaRavia. It's tipped. Back to Caruso. Hartenstein a screen. Caruso against Carter. Hartenstein with a screen on DeRozan. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. The ball's knocked loose. Wiggins outside. Wiggins with a screen on DeRozan. Back to Wiggins. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And that one falls for Carter. And Sacramento with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Lyles. Keegan Murray comes in for LaRavia. And it's Levine in for Ellis. He does not get the second one. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
B.A., I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
Kings trail by 9. Pass to DeRozan. Double team on DeRozan. Over Dort. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Checked by Murray. Deflected.
Yeah, great work on defense right there. Shooters have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby.
The Kings have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Dort against DeRozan. Double team on DeRozan. Monk for 3. Again, the miss by the Kings. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Pass to Dort. Now here's Williams. 6 to shoot. To snap the cold streak. Rebound by Sacramento.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
On the wing, DeRozan. Dort defending. Monk for 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Nice ball movement. Good job by Murray to recognize the situation and create the wide open look.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Timeout called. Sacramento. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
I mean, they're still battling, but this one is just about official.
And so here's Sacramento. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Double team on DeRozan. Murray passes to Levine. Off target with the three. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. And so it's Oklahoma City winning this one. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, Chet Holmgren.